Alright, listen, I know we're cooked, and they're going to shorten the next period of play, so there's only 20 minutes to go. Alright, so just give us what you got. I know trying to execute some of this stuff is going to be hard because we're that buggered.
Yeah, that's
alright, but just give us what you got. After this 20 minutes, you know what? You've got a whole weekend. Okay? Go, relax, have a cold shower, get some ice. Alright?
Definitely drive
home.
By the time we drive home, our muscles are already going to be stiff.
Alright, listen, so guys, hey, no talking now. Three things. One, alright, we'll look defensively, and then how we can also try and find some joy going forward. Alright? But before we get to those two, one overall thing, we've just got to think a little bit more rather than react to what's happening. Okay, there's a lot of us sort of watching, something happens, and then we react. Rather than trying to predict, trying to think a couple of steps forward. What does that look like? When we're in possession and we're attacking, right, and I'll show you a few things about forward runs in a minute. You've got to try and create the play. You don't have the ball. You're not going to have it for 90% of the game. So what are you doing? If that 90% of the game you're just spectating the guy on the ball, it's a pointless being out there. Okay? So you just got to try and think through, what am I doing? And we haven't worked through any sort of forward movement or whatever, but there's no right or wrong really. Just try and create, at this point of the season, just try and create something. Okay? Yep, think a couple of steps ahead. Someone's on the ball in the middle of the park and I'm in the front three. If you find yourself just watching, what's he going to do? Alright, shift your mind, shift your thinking. Alright, you got to do something to reset and change the way you approach it. Where can I run? Can I go to the ball? Can I look for the space behind? Can I make a bit of a sideways run that creates space for someone else? Yeah? Alright, when we don't have the ball, it looks like this thinking instead of reacting. Ball comes in and we watch what happens. The ball falls after the first contest, and then if it comes into my zone, I'll do something, I'll react. Right? Rather than the ball's going in, Riley or one of the centre halves is going to compete. Get where you think it might fall for the second ball. Alright? It's just, and I know it's the first game, so it's okay. Right? But it's a shift in our thinking that we've got to make is to start to constantly engage up here, think about what's happening, predict what's happening, and then move to create. Okay? Don't just react. Yeah? Is that right? Yeah. Alright, 1 point. Second one. Defensively, alright. This is our defensive shape. We talked about it, didn't we? 2 banks of 4. Back 4, not too bad. Once or twice we yelled to you, instead of a back 4 line, you had a zigzag. Alright, just work on those things. Yeah, if Riley and Sam go, Ben, Jasper, you got to go, right? Hold your line, squeeze the space in front, right? They know what they're doing, so you just got to go together. Listen, the back 4's right. Bo, I know you're cooked. Eli, right? You guys at the moment, they're not doing this. Wait, mate. This movement in here to create that second bank of 4, all right? And so it's a little bit all over the shop. 1 or 2 times we did it, made him totally predictable, as we talked about. Played it here, turnover, we counter-attack him out of 10. Right? It's about, again, transition, ball changes, they've got possession. All right? What am I doing? Am I just watching, waiting to see what happens? No. All right? We've got to change that mindset. Transition, we drop into our shape and we make them predictable because of how we set up. Okay? Again, I know you're cooked, mate, so it's difficult. But if you can give us that little bit of work in there, force them to play around. You've seen them errors they've made. Frustrate them into making errors, right? And then we capitalise on it and off we go. Okay, but if we're all over the place and we've got no structure, we're not trying to not trying to make them predictable, an error happens, someone tries to win it, it's just battle here, battle there, it's a mess. Okay, so listen, defend in our shape, we just need to be a little bit more disciplined in that. In saying that, okay, in our defensive guys, especially the back 4 that are in shape, that's not the end of the story. Alright? You get into shape, if a runner goes, watch, if a runner goes across, you've got to go with them for a bit. If they then go into the next guy's zone, let them go. Alright? Pass him off, let him know he's yours now. Alright? The runner, it's you two, Sam and Riley, done it pretty well. The runner drops in the space in front. Alright? Okay, stay there. Watch, stop in the discussion, mate. Alright? Player drops into this space here. Don't just watch them drop in there and pick up the ball. Alright, one of you, go with them if you think they're going to get it. Get on their touch. These two can just tuck in to give us a little bit of cover. Does that make sense? Alright, so yes, we get into this shape to start, that's the starting point, but that's not the job done. then you defend. Alright, we let them run through us a couple of times, then you put in tackle, you delay. Alright, if I can win it, go in hard and win it. If I can't, delay, try and let the other guys behind me get all. Yes? Alright, defensively, and then going forward, look, like I said, you'll work on forward runs and different movement with JJ as the season progresses. But at this stage, this is so you've got our wide guy. Our wide guys are just playing like, well, this is me, and this is my zone to play in here. Now again, I know you're cooked. Alright, but listen, just be creative. Once or twice, I think, Bo, you were buggered, you just sort of prepped inside, we're in possession. Ben decided, I'll make this overlapping run. Brilliant. Alright, yeah, you messed up the pass, but I don't worry about that because Ben's created this. All of a sudden, what have we got? We've got an overload here. Two players, they didn't know what to do. 2 on 1, Ben's off, if the ball was in, we're through. Alright, so listen, Bo and Eli, you two wide guys, you are allowed to make this inside movement. If you do, Jasper, right, fullback, overload, or overlap on me. Alright, round you go. Just be creative. Okay, like I said, there's no right or wrong, but you've got to try and create. Create. Sarah and Tony, alright, balls with our back 4 here. Can you drop in this space here? Alright, don't have to wait till it's sort of in your zone to engage. If it's back here, they're pressing high. It's the best space for us to play into, isn't it? Alright, present. Riley will try and find you there. We play direct, play forward. Alright, next ball's in behind them. Okay, space. Can I come to space in front? Present. Make sure they know you're there. Next guy looks to go in behind. Yes? Right, again, no right or wrong. We're not trying to create roadblocks. You go here, you go there. Just think, where's the space? If I move here, Eli, Jasper, if he's got the guts, if he's got the anything left in his tank, make this run. Or, if you make this run, bloody Jakey or Thomas can make the run from midfield. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, round you go and you take that space. Alright, but if everyone is just, this is my lane, this is my, I go up and down here, I go up and down here, not only is it boring and not very fun to play, but it's also very predictable for them to defend. Alright? And we will struggle to create it.
So like they've been defending.
No, they're not great defending. The back 4 are quite poor, so if we play in early to Zara and Tony, give ourselves half a chance. Right, does that make sense? So defensively, just be more disciplined. When we attack, just give us more movement, try and create. Into pockets of space, out. Alright, and listen, Riley, Sam, like you just made a good point, the back 4 are questionable. Tony and Zara, if we go forward and find you guys, I'd back you guys against them all the time.
There's also an extra, when Sar gets the ball, like the 2 centre backs are there, one of them pressures, one of them stays, but then that fullback that he's on the side of, he always comes across the help side just in case the centre back gets beaten, so there's always a ball through to Eli.
Yeah, they do, you're right, whenever any of our high players get on it, they just
Their fullbacks just compress.
it's about 3 or 4 go, which is a little bit, you know, if you can keep your composure, that means there's space in behind. Yeah, to play in someone's free, probably 2 or 3 the way. Right, guys, listen, only 20 minutes to go. Right, I know you're struggling. Get in that defensive shape, that's when you get your break. Alright, do the work early, then get your break. Listen, just give us what you got, and we'll just try and get through the 20 minutes.
How long is this?
Right, I'm going to shorten it down to 17. Right, but if you guys seem like you can keep going, we're going to try and push it to 20, right? So at the moment we're going to go 20, but 17's looking like where we'll probably
17 in 3 minutes.
Because I'm telling you now, you guys have been doing this long, I've been doing this all day, so I want as much to stop as you guys, but yeah, just let you know, I'm going to call it at 17 if everyone looks knackered. If not, we're going to keep going until it looks like you can't run much more, okay?
Thanks, mate. Alright. Hey guys, give us what you got. Okay, you got the rest of the weekend to relax. You young men, so much energy.